You thought hip-hop scandals couldn't get darker. You thought the messiest drama we'd ever see would be cheating rumors, secret babies, or Twitter meltdowns. But this isn't about paternity tests or leaked text messages. This isn't about clout-chasing exes or industry beefs. This goes far deeper. It's far more disturbing. It's the kind of scandal that isn't built on gossip blogs or rumor threads. It's built on silence, on power, on money, and on fear. And the most chilling part, even the so-called queen of the industry herself, Beyoncé, the woman who built her career on being untouchable, flawless, and unstoppable, chose to look away. Not out of ignorance. Not because she didn't know, but because she was terrified of what would happen if the truth ever came out. And the truth, it's not just a whisper. It's not just some conspiracy cooked up by fans desperate for attention. The truth is a tape, a video, allegedly showing Jason Mackey, the son of rap icon Remy Ma, in a private, illegal, and horrifying moment with Blue Ivy, the daughter of music's power couple, Jay-Z and Beyoncé. She was just 14 years old. He was 20. And if the video is real, if the whispers of insiders and leaked evidence are as damning as they seem, then this isn't just a scandal. It's the collapse of an empire. The shattering of a dynasty that was built on a carefully curated image of perfection. An image that depended, above all, on silence. This is the story of a girl who was told to be quiet, who was told to bury her pain, who was told to swallow her truth in order to protect the family legacy. And this is the moment she finally stood up and said, "No more." It began not with a headline, not with a lawsuit, not with a tell-all interview, but with 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds of a tweet that came from a burner account. At first glance, it looked almost like nothing. But to those who knew, to those who were paying attention, it looked exactly like Blue Ivy's private account handle. The tweet was short. No hashtags, no names, no photos, just 12 haunting words. He was 20, I was 14. My parents told me to forget it. I never will. That was it. No context, no details. But the internet doesn't need context. The internet connects dots. The internet hunts. And within minutes, those 12 words were being dissected on forums, reposted on TikTok, speculated about in Reddit threads, and whispered across Twitter timelines. Fans dug deep. They compared timelines. They pulled receipts, and they realized something chilling. Jason Mackey, Remy Ma's only son, was 20 at the time. He was already infamous for his troubled past, including a violent arrest in 2021 that nearly landed him in prison for first-degree murder. And Lyric, she hadn't been seen in public in months. No red carpets, no TikTok posts, no family photos, just silence. Then came the second strike, a voice note. A shaky, almost broken audio file leaked to multiple gossip blogs. The voice, believed to be Lyric's, was quiet, trembling, but painfully real. She said, "I didn't even know what was happening until it was over. He told me not to tell anyone, that no one would believe me anyway, and they didn't." Her voice cracked. Her breath hitched, and then the recording cut to silence. At first, the defense was predictable. People screamed deepfake. They said it was AI. They said it was an elaborate hoax. But then Remy Ma, the protective, loud, unapologetic mother who never missed an opportunity to brag about her son, did something that shook fans to their core. She deleted every single photo of Marcus from Instagram. Years of birthday tributes, throwback pictures, proud mama's boy captions, wiped clean overnight. And anyone who knows celebrity culture knows this. Mothers don't erase their children unless they're trying to erase something far bigger. As the speculation spiraled, more cracks began to form. Screenshots leaked. Private messages from Marcus to a friend surfaced. One read, "If this comes out, I'm done. She was the one who came on to me anyway." A chilling attempt at deflection, at rewriting the story before it was even told. But then it got worse. Screenshots of Remy Ma's own texts appeared. One allegedly said, "These people think their daughters are angels. Lyric been fast since she was 10. Let that sink in. A mother defending her adult son by blaming a 14-year-old girl. And not just any girl, the daughter of the most powerful couple in the music industry. But where were Jay-Z and Beyoncé? Nowhere. No statement, no press conference, no denial, no legal action. Just silence. A silence that spoke louder than any denial could. The kind of silence that doesn't protect the victim, but instead betrays her. And then, as if on cue, the whispers of a cover-up began. An anonymous source claimed that 3 weeks before the first leak, Jay held a private crisis meeting. Lawyers, PR executives, security, everyone in one room. His words, according to the leak: "We can't afford another scandal right now. We'll settle privately, quietly, and off the books. I won't have her dragged through this." Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say justice. He didn't say truth. He didn't say accountability. He said, "I won't have her dragged through this." In other words, the family's image mattered more than the pain. The brand mattered more than the truth. It was the same playbook we've seen in Hollywood, in politics, in sports. Deny, pay, seal, bury, move on. But the cover-up wasn't airtight. Enter the whistleblower, a former assistant to the Stone family who had been fired the year before. She reached out under the burner handle lyric truths and made a claim that changed everything. She said she saw the actual tape, not hearsay, not rumors. The tape itself stored on King Rocco's personal hard drive. She described it in detail, and her description sent shivers through anyone who read it. She said Lyric looked frozen, terrified, unable to move. Marcus whispering, telling her to relax, that it's just us. She said she blamed herself for years for not coming forward, for being complicit in the silence. But after the leak of the voice note, she couldn't stay quiet anymore. According to her, the family's head of security contacted her almost immediately. She claims she was offered millions, between $3 to $5 million, to stay silent. But she refused. Instead, she threatened to release the full video unless Lyric got transparency, justice, and accountability. And that's when the machine really kicked in. Gossip blogs reported mysterious takedowns of entire Google Drives after uploading metadata from the tape. Instagram accounts posting screenshots suddenly vanished. One blogger claimed his entire hard drive was wiped after sharing evidence. The cover-up was no longer whispers. It was visible. It was happening in real time. As if one tape wasn't enough, then came whispers of a second. This one wasn't a private video. This was internal studio surveillance footage, allegedly showing Jason Mackey entering and leaving Lyric's private green room late at night multiple times with no supervision. This tape wasn't just blurry speculation. It had timestamps, it had entry logs, it had audio pickup. And then, just like that, it disappeared. An IT staffer named Marcus King, who had access to the footage, was suddenly relocated out of state. Within days, he had a new house, a new job, and reportedly, an NDA the size of a phone book. You could make this up. But if this were a movie, people would be calling it Oscar-worthy. Only this wasn't a movie. This was real. And the silence of those involved was deafening. And then Lyric herself spoke. Not in an interview, not in a press release, but in a cryptic TikTok video. Just a black screen, the sound of rain, and the words. Sometimes the silence hurts more than the act itself, but I'm not afraid of noise anymore. The video vanished within 10 minutes. But by then, the internet had already grabbed it, reposted it, dissected it. The silence was breaking. Then, in a move that shocked the world, Lyric appeared in court. She testified, head held high, braids pulled back, wearing a black hoodie with the words, "Truth never dies" across the front. Her voice was steady, no tears, no stutter, just truth. He knew I was too young. He knew I was scared. He did it anyway, and everyone told me to be quiet. The room went silent. Jays watched from the back row, expressionless. Beyoncé, absent. The official line, health reasons. But fans weren't buying it. The whispers grew louder. She chose her husband over her child. Meanwhile, prosecutors revealed damning evidence. Texts from Marcus's iCloud where he bragged, "She's a stone, that's free silence." That line alone could end him. And then came the email. A leaked document from the family's legal team titled, "Confidential Lyric Damage Mitigation Strategy." The plan? To spin her trauma into a docuseries, to turn pain into profit. Netflix, Hulu, streaming rights, money. The internet erupted. Fans were outraged. You silenced her for years, and now you want to cash in. Former insiders began speaking out. One ex-board member of Rocco's label went live, saying, "I helped bury stories for 15 years. But this one broke me." He admitted to hush money, sealed cases, and at least 2 prior incidents involving Marcus that were swept away before they reached the public. The Manhattan DA began reviewing charges of obstruction. Rock-solid NDAs suddenly looked flimsy under subpoenas. And for the first time, Jay himself appeared publicly. Not in a glossy magazine spread, not in a curated family photo shoot, but on a shaky Instagram Live. His words: "I failed my daughter. I thought silence was protection, but silence turned into betrayal." Then he logged off. No press release, no apology tour, just shame. Jason Mackey is now under criminal indictment. His trial date? Next month. Witnesses include Blue Ivy, former staffers, and possibly even Beyoncé herself, forced to testify under oath. And when that day comes, the empire they built, the empire of silence, branding, and power, may finally crumble. This isn't just a scandal. This isn't just gossip. This was a cover-up, years in the making. A mother who chose denial, a father who chose branding, and a daughter who carried the weight of both. But now she's not hiding. She's not quiet. She's here, and she is speaking. So to everyone who ever asked, "Where's Blue Ivy?" she's right here, standing tall, and the world is finally listening.